A friend of mine who's Irish, I wrote to him many letters from Russia when Pam and I were exchange students, and then also on these exhibits. And he kept those letters, complete with the stamps, for 50 years and gave them to me in like 20, let's say 2020, maybe somewhere around there, gave them to me. And it was a gold mine of very long descriptions about what we had gone through. And then I had some diaries, and then I had scripts for almost 10 years, as Beth pointed out. So all of those were sources. So I get into, in the book, a lot on Ukraine, a lot on the media, the Baltics, Georgia to a certain extent, post-Soviet nostalgia, one of my favorite subjects. I actually have a little section on vodka, which I thought I should put in there. And I think. And the last thing I'll say, and here I really will wrap up, I begin it myself, let's say, when I went to, well, in high school, but really when I went to Russia as an exchange student, I was 20. And I teach at Georgetown, and my students are roughly 20. So there's kind of like a bookend to this, where I talk about being in Moscow during the invasion and having to teach, and my students being able to talk live to young Russians who were facing that, bitter, shocking truth that their country was invading another country. And then I end the book with exactly that, which to me is very, very important. Where do young people go? Where do young people, not only in Ukraine who are dying in the war, but young Russians who, some of whom are dying in the war, but are definitely having their country transform in front of their eyes. So I leave it with a question, and I can say actually blame it on Putin, because he's the one who started this war. And the results of that war, I think, will be pretty devastating for quite a long time.